When you are ready, you're going to go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So you're welcome to sit on something. You're welcome to sit on a chair, on the floor, on a pillow, on a blanket, bolsters, anything you have that supports your shape, your body as it is today. And so we're going to just take a moment and let our sits bones root down into the mat or surface beneath us. And then we allow our spine to lengthen. Sitting up as tall as we can, we'll close our eyes and let our arms rest by our sides. And we're just going to take a moment to begin to become present, to begin to let go of all of the busyness and tension, the distractions that are outside. And instead, we'll turn our attention to the fact of our breath. We let our breath begin to gradually deepen, taking our time. So we start to invite both our inhale and our exhale in and out through our nose, if our nose allows. And we find what we call a 3-part breath, which means as we inhale, we'll allow our upper chest, then our lower chest, and our belly to expand. And as we exhale, we'll pull our belly in. We'll pull our ribs down and let our chest draw down. So we take our time to find a long, slow, deep breath that we can maintain without creating any sense of unease or any sense of distress. And so our breath will begin to become a guide. But first, we connect with it, noticing how it feels, inviting a sense of spaciousness, using our nose for several reasons. So we actually have more filtration through our nose than we have through our mouth. We also have a different relationship to our nervous system when we breathe through our nose than when we breathe through our mouth. And so breathing through our nose has many health benefits. So the more we can train ourselves to breathe through our nose throughout our whole day, the more healthy we will be overall. The more our nervous system begins to relax and calm. And so find a depth of breath that you can maintain. And this will be your guide. And so as we come to our mat today, we let our practice be here to serve us. To be a way that we take care of ourselves. To be a way that we work towards more and more states of health. So in Ayurveda, the definition of health is actually a balance between our mind, our body, and our spirit. It's not just being free from disease. And so as we begin to move and breathe today, allow yourself to open to this idea of whole body health, mind, body, and spirit. Using your movement, your breath, and the focus of your attention to invite this sense of balance and wholehearted health. So then take a moment to set an intention for your practice this morning if you so choose. Maybe it's related to that wholehearted health. Maybe it's something that speaks to you more. Take a moment to connect with your gratitude, something bigger than the stories that your mind creates. And then take a moment to send a dedication today to someone who may need it, if that so speaks to you. And then when you're ready, we'll start to move. So we'll take an inhale as we sweep our arms up and overhead, our spine lengthening as we lift. And as we exhale, we'll take a side bend. We'll bring one arm down as we open our side. We'll take an inhale as we restack, lifting up, reaching. And as we exhale, we switch. As we inhale, we'll sweep up, lifting, lengthening. And exhaling, we bend. Inhaling, we'll reach up. And exhaling, we bend. We'll do that one more time, each direction. Inviting an integration of mind, body, and spirit. Letting your practice be here to serve you multidimensionally. We'll take an inhale as we reach up. And as we exhale, we'll take a twist. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Finding that spacious breath, using our nose to calm our system, to be a deeper sense of protection, a deeper filter, but also as a way to nourish and balance your system. Let your practice be here to serve you physically, mentally, spiritually, socially. We'll take a deep breath in, we'll reach up, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll switch. And again, we'll stay here for a few breaths. We'll sit up a little bit taller, lengthening our spine as we inhale. And as we exhale, we gently deepen our twist. So if you feel your breath becoming shallow or constricted, invite a sense of spaciousness and openness for your breath to move. Then we'll unwind, we'll take an inhale as we sweep back up through the center. And as we exhale, we'll release our arms. We'll take our hands back to a surface behind us and we'll gently lift our chest. Pick a degree that feels good to you. So it doesn't have to be a super deep back bend. And then we'll gently fold forward. Again, it doesn't matter how low you go or what position you have your legs in. Just try and soften through your back body. And then we'll rise back up. We'll bring our hands onto our legs. And now we're just going to move our spine. So we're going to take an inhale as we draw our sternum forward. As we exhale, we'll round our spine as we press back. You'll start to move between the two, each time trying to create a little bit more movement through your spine. Again, using your practice to invite this sense of wholehearted health, mind, body, spirit. And then we'll release that. And we'll find our way over to all fours. So we'll come to our hands and knees. If you're sitting on something, feel free to move it aside. We'll bring our wrists under our shoulders. And we'll bring our knees under our hips. We'll find all fours. We take a moment to find balance, so evening out the weight between our hands and our legs. We'll take an inhale as we begin to drop our belly, lifting our heart. And as we exhale, we'll send our spine high. We'll do that a few more times, noticing how this feels different than when we were sitting. Can you use your hands and your legs to add a little bit of resistance to change the movement? We'll take an inhale as we open our chest. Now as we exhale, we'll round our spine back as we take our hips back towards our heels. As we inhale, we'll come forward, our heart lifts. As we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heels. We'll do that a few more times. Again, taking your time. And then we'll do the same thing, but we'll start to stagger our knees. So come back up to all fours. Now you'll take your right knee back, just a small amount. We'll take an inhale as we open our chest. As we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heels. As we inhale, we'll come forward, our heart lifts. As we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back towards our heels. We'll do that a couple more times. And then we'll rise back up. We'll bring our right knee back forward. We'll take our left knee back. We'll take an inhale as we open our chest. As we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back. As we inhale, we'll come forward. As we exhale, we'll round our back as we take our hips back. And again, we'll do that a couple more times. Just noticing what's present in your body. So you may experience one side that feels different than the other, and that's okay. It just gives you a little bit of information about your own body. Then you'll come back to the center. We'll start to shift our weight forward. We'll take an inhale as we roll down our right hip. And exhaling, we'll roll up our left. So there's a connection between our mind, our body, and our spirit. And so thoughts and emotions and feelings can begin to be stored physically. And so we begin to notice where we hold tension, where we hold stress, where we hold fear and joy. We use our movement to begin to release and open. Then we'll switch the direction. So we'll go down our left and we'll roll up our right. And so we begin to create change through our whole system. We'll come back to the center. We'll press back in to our child's pose. We'll take a moment to pause, to feel the quality of our breath and the clarity of our mind, to open to a practice that's here to support us, mind, body, and spirit. We'll come down on to our belly. Take any arm variation you would like. You can also adjust the width of the space between your feet. So for some people, it feels better to have their legs closer together. For some people, it's a bit more space. We'll take an inhale, lengthening our spine. We'll lift our chest. And as we exhale, we'll pull our belly in as we lower. We'll take an inhale, lengthening our spine. We'll lift our chest. And as we exhale, we release. We'll do that a few more times. Taking your time. Using your breath. If you notice that you're not breathing through your nose, can you come back to it? And we'll take an inhale, we'll lift our chest and our legs. And as we exhale, we release. We'll take an inhale, lengthening our spine. We'll lift our chest and our legs. And as we exhale, we lower. We'll do that a couple more times. Remembering that our back body deserves some strengthening just as much as other parts of our body. Then we'll release. We'll take a moment to pause. If it feels good to shake out your hips, then shake out your hips. We'll do one more thing here. So we're going to take an inhale. We'll lift our chest and our legs, but this time we're going to open our legs apart. As we exhale, we'll bring our legs back together. As we come back down, we'll take an inhale as we lift and open. And as we exhale, we'll zip our legs up as we release. Inhaling, we lift and open. Exhaling, we close and release. We'll do that 2 more times. And then we'll release. Again, you can pause on your belly or you can come to a child's pose. You take a moment to pause, to feel. And then we'll bring our hands back towards the small of our back. We let our chest round forward. We'll take an inhale as we sweep our arms out, up and overhead, rising up to standing on our knees. As we exhale, we'll pull our belly in, pressing our hips back. We'll sweep our arms back and around. Inhaling, we'll rise up, we reach up. As we exhale, we'll pull our belly in, pressing our hips back. We'll sweep our arms back and around. Inhaling, we'll rise up. And exhaling, we release. We'll do that 1 more time, using the whole duration of your breath. And then we'll rise up to standing on our knees. And as we exhale, we'll release our arms. We'll bring our right foot forward and our left knee down. Make sure there's a little bit of space. We'll take an inhale as we sink into our hips. We press our sternum forward as we reach up. And as we exhale, we release. We'll take an inhale as we sink into it. Our sternum presses forward as we reach high. And as we exhale, we release. We'll do that a few more times, using your breath to explore. Then we'll come back into it and stay. We'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, we'll move into our twist. So we'll bring our left hand down as we twist open to our right. You decide how deep you take the twist, using your practice to invite balance between your mind, your body, and your spirit. And then we'll release the twist. We'll let our hands frame our foot. We'll take an inhale as we draw our sternum forward, our hips sinking low. As we exhale, we'll start to straighten our right leg as we press our hips back. We'll take an inhale as we sink into our hips, our sternum presses forward. As we exhale, we'll press back. Move your hands as much as you'd like. We'll do that a few more times. Then we'll come back forward in to our hips. We'll turn our right knee and our right toes open as we walk our chest over to our left. You can stay up on your hands or you can bend your elbows and bring your forearms down. You choose. Stay here. Feel the quality of your breath, the clarity of your mind. Allow this practice to be here to serve your health multidimensionally. And then we'll come back to the center and we'll gently release. You can press back into a child's pose, or if a downward dog speaks to you, feel free to take a downward dog. And then we'll switch sides. So we'll come to kneeling. We'll bring our left foot forward and our right knee down. We'll take an inhale as we sink into our hips. We'll press our sternum forward as we reach up. And as we exhale, we release. We'll take an inhale as we sink into it. Our sternum presses forward, we reach high. And as we exhale, we release. And we'll do that a few more times. Again, taking your time, inviting the sense of wholehearted health and integration between your mind, your body, and spirit, finding balance between the three. We'll sink into our hips. We'll stay here. We pause for a moment. Notice what's here. And then we'll take a twist. We'll bring our right hand down. We'll spiral open to our left. Turn your gaze where it supports you. And then we'll release the twist. We'll let our hands frame our foot. We'll take an inhale as we press our hips low, our sternum presses forward. As we exhale, we'll straighten our left leg as we press our hips back. We'll take an inhale as we come forward, our heart shines forward. And as we exhale, we'll press back. And again, make it as big or as small as you need to support you. Once again, come back to your breath. You notice your breath becoming shallow or moving to your mouth. Can you bring it back to your nose? We'll come back to our hips. We'll turn our left knee and our left toes open, and we'll walk our chest towards the right. Then we can stay on our hands, or we can come down to our forearms. You choose. And then we'll come back to the center. And again, we'll release. You can press back in to a child's pose, or you can come to a downward dog. You'll take a few deep breaths. And then we'll rise up to standing. Take your time to get there. We'll take a moment and find our mountain pose. So we'll root through our feet. We find a sense of action and connection through our legs, a sense of length through our spine, an openness through our chest. We'll take an inhale, reaching up, inviting balance into our system, inviting whole health. As we exhale, we'll fold forward. We'll inhale as we find a long, neutral spine. And as we exhale, we fold. As we inhale, we'll rise to standing. We'll sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come back to our heart. Inhaling, we'll reach up, lifting, lengthening. And exhaling, we fold forward. We inhale as we lengthen our spine. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise all the way up. We reach up. And exhaling, our hands come back to our heart. We'll do that 2 more times. We'll take a deep breath in. We reach up. And exhaling, we fold. We inhale to a long spine. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise to standing, we sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come back to our heart. The next time we fold forward, we'll stay down for a few breaths, using your breath to explore. Relax through the back of your body if it feels good to sway or move or pedal out your legs. You give yourself permission to do so. And as you stay and breathe, you invite the sense of balance, a calming through your nervous system, a deepening of your connection. So inside us, there's an inner intelligence. And if we allow ourselves to connect to it, it helps to create more balance in our own physiology. We'll take an inhale as we rise to standing. We'll sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come together to meet at our heart. We'll take an inhale as we reach up, lifting. Now as we exhale, we'll sit back in to our chair. We'll bend our knees as we press our hips back. We'll stay here and breathe in. As we exhale, we fold forward. As we inhale, we'll rise back up to standing. And exhaling, we'll bring our hands to our heart. We'll do that a few more times. We'll inhale as we reach up. As we exhale, we sit back into our chair. We'll take a breath in. And exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise to standing. We sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come back to our heart. Inhaling, we'll reach up, lengthening. Exhaling, we sit back in to our chair. We'll take a breath in. And exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise to standing. And exhaling, our hands come to our heart. Last one, we'll take a deep breath in. We reach up. Exhaling, we'll sit back in to our chair. We'll take a breath in. And exhaling, we fold forward. Inhaling, we'll rise back up. And as we exhale, our hands come to our heart. Now we're going to turn and face the long edge of our mat. So you can turn and face either direction. We'll walk our feet out nice and wide. We're going to turn our right toes to the short edge of our mat and start to find our warrior two. So you're going to bend your knee right above your ankle or slightly behind it. Try and guide it towards the middle part of your foot. Then you'll take your arms out to a T. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Let your gaze go towards the tip of your middle right finger. And use your breath to explore the felt sense, an integration between your mind, your body, and your spirit. And then we'll sweep our arms up. We're going to interlace our fingers, our index fingers towards the ceiling. We'll exhale as we hinge towards our right leg. And we'll inhale as we hinge towards our left. So we're laterally bending our spine. We'll do that a few more times. Taking your time. Using your practice to invite balance. And then we'll come back to our warrior two. Notice how your experience of the posture is changing. And then we'll bring our forearm or our hand down. Our left arm can extend overhead or move behind our back. Again, we'll take a few deep breaths. Turn your gaze where it supports you. And use your practice to invite balance between mind, body, and spirit. Then we'll take an inhale. We'll press away. We'll straighten our right leg as we reach back. As we exhale, we'll come back to our side angle. We'll take an inhale as we press away and reach back. As we exhale, we'll sink into our hip and reach forward. We'll do that a few more times. Again, taking your time, using your breath to explore, to invite balance. And then we'll press away, we'll straighten our right leg. And as we exhale, we'll find our triangle. We'll bring our hand down to our shin, to our ankle, to a block, to the mat. We keep our sides long and our chest open. We turn our gaze where we need it to support us. And then we'll rise to standing. We'll turn our right foot in so it's parallel with our left. We'll stand up nice and tall, root through your feet. We'll inhale and reach up. And as we exhale, we'll take our wide-legged forward fold. We'll come down to whatever degree serves us. And again, we'll stay here for a few breaths. And then we'll lengthen our spine. We'll bring our left hand down to a block or the mat. We'll take a twist open to our right. We'll stay here for a few breaths, creating length from our tailbone to the crown of our head. And then we'll release the twist. We'll bring our right hand down. We'll spiral open to our left. And again, we'll stay here for a few breaths, trying to deepen our twist with each exhale. And then we'll release our twist. We'll rise back up to standing. We'll turn our left toes to the short edge of our mat and let our right foot come in just slightly. We'll start to bend our left knee as we sink in to our hips. We'll reach our arms out. We'll stay here and pause for a moment, turning our gaze over the tip of our left middle finger. We'll stay here for a few breaths. And then we'll reach our arms up. We'll interlace our fingers, index fingers towards the ceiling. As we exhale, we'll hinge towards our left. And as we inhale, we'll hinge towards our right. We'll do that several times each direction, laterally bending our spine. Noticing any differences between our sides. Using our practice to invite more balance. And then we'll release our arms. We'll sweep them back out. Take a moment to pause and notice how your experience is changing. And then we'll find our side angle. We'll bring our forearm or our hand down. Our right arm can extend overhead or behind our back. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Then we'll take an inhale, we'll press away, we'll straighten our left leg as we reach back. And as we exhale, we'll sink in to our hip as we reach forward. We'll do that several times using the whole duration of your breath in each direction. We'll do that one more time. And then we'll straighten our left leg. And we'll find our triangle. We'll bring our hand down to our shin, to our ankle, to a block or the mat. We keep our sides long and our chest open. We feel the quality of our breath and the clarity of our mind. And then we'll rise back up. We'll turn our left foot in so it's parallel with our right. Again, we'll stand up nice and tall. Feel a sense of stability and use it to reach higher. And as you exhale, you'll fold forward. You'll come down to whatever degree feels good to you. Take a few deep breaths. And then we'll lengthen our spine. We'll walk our right hand a little closer to our left foot, but it doesn't matter exactly where. We'll take a twist open to our left, noticing how your experience changes by moving your hand closer to your foot. And then we'll release the twist. We'll bring our left hand over closer to our right foot. Again, it doesn't matter exactly where. We'll twist towards our right. And then we'll release the twist. We'll rise all the way back up to standing. We'll bring our feet back together. Take as many steps as you need to get there. We'll come back to the short edge of our mat. We'll take an inhale as we reach up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. You can keep your legs straight or you can bend your knee. You allow yourself to hang. If it feels good to cross your arms, then do so. If it feels good to sway, then allow yourself to sway. And then we'll bend our knees. We'll come back down to all fours. Wrists under our shoulders and knees under our hips. We'll take an inhale as we drop our belly and lift our chest. And as we exhale, we'll press back into a child's pose or a downward dog. We'll do that a few more times, inhaling our sternum forward, our heart forward. Full deep exhale, we take our hips back, child's pose or downward dog. And then we're going to come to a seated position. So we'll bring our legs around in front of us. We'll take our legs out long. You're welcome to elevate your hips. You're welcome to bend your knees. So find a position where you can sit with your long, tall spine, not leaning back. We'll take an inhale, lengthening our spine. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. Not about how low you can go. Try and relax through the whole back of your body. And use your practice to invite more balance between your mind, your body, and your spirit. Inviting this sense of wholehearted health. And then we'll rise back up. We'll come down on to our back. So we're going to lie down. We'll bend our knees and bring our feet flat onto the mat. We'll let our knees point up towards the ceiling. We let our arms relax. If you want to move your arms with us, you're welcome to. If you want to keep them down, you're welcome to. We'll take an inhale, pressing into our feet. We'll lift our hips. And as we exhale, we roll down, articulating our spine. We'll take an inhale as we press into our feet, lifting our hips. And as we exhale, we roll down, imprinting, articulating. We'll do that a few more times, using our breath to invite more balance. The next time we bring our hips down, we'll keep them down. We'll cross our right ankle above our left knee. And then we'll gently pull our legs towards us to whatever degree feels good. We'll stay here, pausing. Again, as you stay, notice what's here. Let yourself move a little deeper inward and explore what's being stored, what can you release, what serves you. Where are those places in our body that we hold tension and emotion? Where are those places that we can invite a bit more balance? And then we're going to keep our legs where they are and take a twist. So you'll take your legs over to the left. If you want to keep your legs as they are, you can. If you want to stack them, you can. If you want to cross them, you can. So pick a version that feels good to you. And then use your breath to deepen into your experience. And then we'll gently release. We'll uncross our legs. We'll come back to a neutral position. We take a moment to pause and feel the effect. And then we'll cross our left ankle above our right knee. We'll pull our legs in to whatever degree feels good. We'll stay here for a few breaths, taking your time. Probably more than a few breaths that will actually stay here, but use your breath as a means to move deeper into the experience, noticing what's being stored, noticing where you don't feel like you can communicate. Notice places where you feel blocked or open. And we use our practice to invite a bit more balance. And then we'll take a twist. So we'll keep our legs where they are, and you can keep your legs where they are if that feels good. You can stack your legs or you can cross your legs. So pick a version of the twist that feels the best for you and allow yourself to stay. And then we'll release. We'll come back to the center. We'll take a moment to pause, to feel the effect. And then we'll gently draw our knees in to our chest. We'll take one hand on top of each knee. As we inhale, we'll press our knees away from us. And as we exhale, we'll pull our knees in towards us. We'll do that several times, gently massaging our low back. And then we'll take a long stretch. We'll extend our arms and legs out in opposition. We'll take an inhale as we squeeze everything from head to toe, creating tension. And as we exhale, we sigh and release. We'll do that 2 more times. We'll take a deep breath in, squeezing, feel the tension. And as you exhale, release. Let it go. One more, take a deep breath in, squeezing. And exhaling, you release. You'll let your arms come down. You'll let your palms open. You find a comfortable resting position, a position that you can relax in for several minutes. And so take your time to begin to settle in. And as you breathe in, you're going to start to bring your attention to the base of your feet. Start to feel a little bit of warmth just by drawing your attention to it. And then you begin to relax through that space. You'll start to notice your heels. And you allow them to relax. Then you'll inhale and begin to notice the sides of your feet. You begin to release. As you inhale, notice your toes. And as you exhale, you soften. Then you'll notice the tops of your feet, and allow them to relax. And then you start to relax through your ankles, through your heels. You start to relax through your calves, through your shins. You'll start to relax through your knees. You relax through your thighs. You relax through your hips. And then we start to relax through our low belly and our low back, our ribs, our mid back, our upper ribs, our upper chest, and our upper back. And then we relax through our shoulders. We relax through our upper arms, through our elbows, through our forearms, and through our wrists. We relax through the palms of our hands, through our fingers, and the backs of our hands. And then we relax through our neck. We relax through our jaw. We relax through our cheeks, around our eyes, and we soften the lines of our forehead. And then we relax through the sides of our head, through the back of our head, and through the top of our head. We allow our whole body to become heavy. We allow our whole body to become light. We take a few minutes and rest with this lightness, allowing ourselves to completely be supported and rest in great peace. Take 3 or 4 more deep breaths. You start to move your fingers and toes, your hands and your feet. And you'll gently draw your knees back in to your chest. Taking a moment to massage your back in a way that feels good to you. And then you gently roll to one side, taking a moment to reintegrate. And as you're ready, you'll come back up to an easy seated position. And so we once again find a seat that allows us to be upright, open-hearted, and open-minded, sitting comfortably. We'll close our eyes and let our arms rest by our side, and we'll take a moment to reflect on this idea of health, being balanced, being a combination of balance in our body, balance in our mind, balance in our spirit. Take a moment to notice those places where you feel a disconnect, where you feel imbalance. You may not have the answer at this moment, but even beginning to notice is a step towards more balance. And so you allow your practice to be here to support you. And then we come back to the fact of our breath. We come back to the present moment. We'll take a deep breath in. We'll sweep our arms back up and overhead. And as we exhale, our hands come to meet at our heart. We'll take a moment to seal our practice, to honor what we did for our mind, our body, and our spirit. We take a moment to come back to our intention, if we chose to set one. We come back to our gratitude. And we take a moment to come back to our dedication. Maybe we need to send it again. Maybe we send a dedication to someone else. And so we let this practice be about connection and balance for us and for those in our community. Thank you for the energy and the beauty that you each bring. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find freedom, know peace, and walk through the world with ease. I bow to you. Namaste.